Hello everyone, Dustin Zaner with Creating the Difference. One common question we get is, can I repeat the factory finish on my new bowling ball? So today we're going to be answering that question. Can you replicate the factory finish of a bowling ball with pro shop equipment like a ball spinner? All shots in this video were thrown in this research house shot, thrown by a robot, and tracked by Specto. Here are the bowler variables we used for the robot. These are meant to represent how the average bowler would throw the bowling ball. First up, we have the hammer statement solid that comes out of the box at a 500 2000 grit Abralon finish, and this bowling ball actually scanned at 1883. The pads will provide consistency like your ball came straight from the factory. Next, after refinishing the hammer statement solid with a 2000 grit TruCut sanding pad, this bowling ball scanned at 2014. And using Specto, we can track the breakpoint distance, breakpoint board, as well as the board at 60 feet. When taking a look at the overlay for these two shots, as well as data tracked by Specto, we got about a 2 board difference down lane, as well as a 1.3 board difference at the breakpoint. Next up, we have the Rotor Grip Halo that comes out of the box at a 2000 grit pad finish, and this bowling ball scanned at 1935 out of the box. Now we have the Rotor Grip Halo refinished with a 2000 grit TruCut sanding pad, and this bowling ball scanned at 2043. And one interesting thing to note is that this bowling ball actually received increased performance from the surface change. So why can't we replicate the performance of the bowling ball by doing the exact process of the factory finish? In this video here, you'll see a bowling ball being surfaced before it leaves the factory. And this factory actually uses high-pressured, chemically treated water during this process. And you notice in this video here, a pneumatic press pushes the ball into the other pads to surface the bowling ball. To polish the bowling ball, they use a high-pressure jet that polishes the bowling ball with buffers. Now let's take a look at another factory's process for polishing bowling balls. This factory actually uses a high-pressure industrial-strength polish buffer to polish the bowling balls. Now let's take a step back from the pneumatic presses, buffer wheels, and machines that surface the bowling ball before it leaves the factory. Let's talk about process variation. Process variation in bowling balls can include how new or old the sanding pad was, as well as how long it was being sanded in the factory. In this video here, you'll see 4 of the same bowling ball being scanned to see how much the surface varies from the factory finish. These bowling balls do not have any shots on them, and we got nearly a 550 grit difference between the 4 bowling balls. And this is another reason that you should change the surface of your bowling ball before you throw a shot with it. You want a repeatable surface that you can do multiple times throughout the life of the bowling ball. Spray some of that so fresh and so clean on the ball and the pad and knock down some of that dust. In conclusion, unless you have the same equipment as they do in the factory finish cannot be replicated. And because factory finishes can't be replicated, be sure to adjust the surface of your bowling ball before you throw a shot with it. You want a repeatable surface that can be replicated multiple times by yourself or your pro shop operator. And if you're using TruCut sanding pads, you only need to use the last pad in the process. For example, if the factory finish is a 500 2000 grit surface, you only need to use the 2000 grit TruCut sanding pad to replicate that finish. If you have more questions or need more information, feel free to check us out at ctdbowling.com. Dustin Zaner with Creating the Difference. Have a great day.